Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk to you today about how my Jewish family celebrates Christmas. So I brought you in a different room today. I brought you into my son's room. I wanted to show you how I decorate for the holidays in his room. The same kind of setup is in my daughter's room, except for she has a pink Christmas tree, but as you can see, I have a Hanukkah and I have a Christmas tree. I want to break this video down in a couple of ways. I want to talk about the religious aspects and how we handle that. I want to talk about Santa and how we handle that, and what Christmas actually means for our family. Now, I want to be very clear. My family, my core family, my husband and I and our 2 kids, we celebrate all Jewish holidays, and Hanukkah is the most important holiday in our home. Most of our decorations are for Hanukkah. We celebrate all 8 nights. We throw a Hanukkah party for people outside of the home and bring them in, and we make Hanukkah a really big deal. If you're interested in how we celebrated Hanukkah, there's some videos that you can watch from this past Hanukkah. We had a really great time. But we do also celebrate Christmas. And the reason why we do that is because, if you don't know, I'm a convert. And so my family still celebrates Christmas, and we love my family. They're still a huge part of us. They come and visit us at least once a month. They drive 6 hours to see us and our children once a month, and they do so much for us and for them. And we never wanted to make them feel alienated. And also, I have a lot of great memories as a child when it revolves around Christmas. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what Christmas was for me when I was growing up. So I was raised by a single parent, my father, and he and I celebrated Christmas together, and it wasn't ever really a religious aspect for us. It was always about giving to others, and him and I would always exchange gifts and spend time together. So we spent a lot of time. We would get gifts on the angel tree. We would give to other people. We gave to food clinics in our area, to churches in the area we give food to. It was really a lot about giving, and my dad was always proud and instilled that in me. Like, we always, anytime there was any type of fundraiser for others or helping any other people, we would give up everything that we had to just be able to do that. We did that my entire life growing up, and I appreciate him kind of teaching that to me, because that's something I really want to teach to my kids. Now, it wasn't all about giving. Of course, my father and I would exchange gifts, and that was awesome. And it's funny because him and I could literally never wait until Christmas. We would be so excited to give each other our gifts that we would just give it early, and then Christmas Day we would just eat something and watch movies together and hang out, or we would donate our time somewhere else. But that's kind of what Christmas was for us, and I loved it. But I just wanted to give you a history of what Christmas looked like for me. And then even my husband, whose entire family is Jewish, they even experimented with Christmas a couple of times. So obviously they celebrated Hanukkah, but there was 1 or 2 years where they're like, oh, let's just get a Christmas tree for fun. And so they would do that. And they would go to Christmas parties or their friends' houses, but mainly most of their friends and the people around them were Jewish, so they would celebrate Hanukkah. And I will also say, my husband and his dad loves Christmas music and Christmas trees. It's just this big thing that they love. They'll put on the fireplace and listen to Christmas music, even though they were Jewish. They just loved it. And if you don't know, a lot of Christmas music is written by Jewish people. So then moving on to when my husband and I got together, which has been about 12 years now. We dated for a very, very long time. We've been married for 6. And when we got together, we always celebrated Hanukkah and we always celebrated Christmas, but for us it wasn't really much. We lit the candles and we'd always have nice dinners, but him and I really never ever exchanged gifts. We would do a little bit for others, but we just kind of relaxed. We were really focused on our careers, or we would go and visit either his parents in Florida and celebrate Hanukkah down there with them, or we would visit my parents in Ohio and celebrate some Christmas with them. But really it was just in the home. We would just light the Hanukkah candles, and then sometimes we would have a little Christmas tree about this size, maybe a little bit bigger, and that's just what it looked like for us as we were dating. And then when we got married, it was very similar, but we started to have the conversation about what is this going to look like for our kids. And we made the decision pretty early on that in our family, it was going to be, we were going to raise our family Jewish, and Hanukkah was going to be the main staple for this time of year. So for the religious aspect, it's not really, there's no religion involved in terms of Christmas for our family. So we don't talk about Jesus, we don't do any nativity scene things. We just really focus on family and giving and being kind to others. So let's talk about Santa. So even when I grew up, I had a Santa Claus from probably the ages from birth to like 5 years old. I remember waking up on Christmas morning and the cookies that I made, there was a bite taken out of them and a note from Santa like telling me about being, oh, you were so good and blah, 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 and Merry Christmas from Santa. And I remember being really excited about that, and that was awesome. But we've decided in our home that Santa isn't really a real thing, but we're not explicitly saying that yet. He's only 2, he doesn't really know. So we basically talk about, oh, Santa's such a cool story. It's about giving and being thankful and doing nice and kind things to others. And that's kind of how we explain Santa. There's not gonna be any gifts from Santa, and all the gifts he's gonna know like who they're from. Like I said, we are more cherishing the time together as a family. So let me tell you what Christmas Eve looks like for us and what Christmas Day looks like for us. So Christmas Eve, my family loves to play games. So my dad likes to come in and every year he has a new game that we're gonna play. And he, before I had kids, my husband and I, he would do like more adult games. So like that was good for, you know, all adults. And now that I've had children, he focuses the game on the kids. So like, this year they did bowling, and then they had this like plastic cup game where underneath the cup was like a little prize, and I'll show you some clips of that. It was really fun, but that's what they'd like to do on Christmas Eve. So we like to do that, and then we like to watch some Christmas movies. So this Christmas Eve, we tried to watch Elf, but my son wasn't that interested in it. He made it through like maybe like the first 15 minutes. And then we watched Mickey Mouse's Christmas Wish, and he loved that, so he sat through that, and that was it for the Christmas movies. But I can tell we'll probably continue the tradition of playing games and watching a Christmas movie or a holiday movie on Christmas Eve. We also did bake a bunch of cookies. So we baked a bunch of cookies, and we all had cookies together, and it was really, really nice. Then, of course, we're a Jewish family. We had Chinese food on Christmas Eve. That's my husband's family's tradition. My husband and I have done it all 12 years that we've been together. So we all got Chinese food, and it was awesome. This is our first time getting it at this new house, and we have a really excellent Chinese food restaurant. So happy we did that. And my parents partaked in that, and they really like that tradition of having Chinese food on Christmas Eve. And so Christmas Day, the way that we did it this year was we all woke up and we had a nice breakfast. We had cinnamon rolls and fruit, and we all hung out in the morning, and then everybody was done with breakfast. We went in and opened presents. So Christmas tree was all done up. I changed my Hanukkah bushes to Christmas trees. So basically that's just taking down my Hanukkah decorations, and I lit up the tree in the multicolored lights instead of white lights. And there was presents underneath, and it was a great time. The kids unwrapped their presents, and then we played with presents all day. And that's what we did for Christmas Day. And it is Christmas Day right now, and they are downstairs having a blast playing with all their toys, and they're still bowling from the game from Christmas Eve. So, and tonight we will have a nice Christmas dinner together. So it's all about family being together, having like little traditions, playing games, just having fun for Christmas. So in terms of the big part of Christmas, which is giving to others, we want to involve our kids a lot more in this as they get older. Right now we have a 9-month-old and we have a 2-year-old, so it's not as easy, but we talk about it a lot. We have a lot of books that talk about giving to others, and whenever we give or donate something, we talk about it with the kids. And as they get older, we plan on doing things like visiting retirement homes and doing things at animal shelters and many other things that we want to be able to give back to the community. That is going to be a big thing for on Christmas and around Christmas time that we do. We do the same thing for Hanukkah as well, but growing up for me, we did a lot of that. So this year, my husband and I and my parents both gave a lot for the season. We gave a few gifts for the angel tree, and then we also donated to a local soccer team to be able to get kids that normally wouldn't be able to pay the season fees. We paid for a few kids to be able to join the soccer team, which is awesome because it'll be the same soccer team that my son plays on, and we were really happy to do that, and we'll continue to do things like that during this season because we want to make sure that our kids know that it's all about giving and being kind. That's what Christmas is. The reason I've decided to do this, even while I'm raising a Jewish family, is because it's important to my family and I don't want to take that away from them. And I have really great memories of Christmas, and I don't think it's wrong to share, especially in the way that we're doing it, where it's just about giving and being kind to others, and there's no religious aspect, and it's more about honoring my parents and making them feel included, and they love it, and I don't think there's anything that will change. But that is how my Jewish family celebrates Christmas. I hope you've had a wonderful holiday no matter what it is that you celebrated, and I thank you so much for your time to check out this video and learn how my family celebrates both. I'd love to hear, do you celebrate just one of the holidays? Do you celebrate both? How do you do it? I'd love to hear in the comments below. Thank you so much, and until next time, bye.